Los Angeles, California. Welcome to the Late Late Show. I'm your host, TV Craig Ferguson. Please sit down, relax. No, don't. No, do down dog. Down dog, up dog, stretching, stretching. Oh, feel the burn, feel the burn. Namaste. Ooh, I'm ready now. It's a great day for America, everybody. If that weren't great enough. It's a great day for America. It's Yom Kippur. It's the Jewish High Holy Day of Atonement. Everybody asks for forgiveness of their sins. Very good idea. Plenty of people around here should be doing that, I think. A lot of people should be doing that around this country today, I think, maybe. Well, even in the old country. George Michael, for one. Even George Michael arrested again. This time, though, it was for drugs. Yeah, he was arrested again, this time for drugs. Last time, it was for having sex with a guy in the forest. That was what it was. He was having... Well, it wasn't... He didn't say that in the police report. He didn't say sex with a guy in a forest. Said, I don't know, possession of swollen goods or something. I don't know. Whoa! Whoa! We can cut that out. Do you remember George Michael? Do you have a picture of that guy he had sex with? There it is. Yeah. I didn't know if we still had that picture, you know, because I thought maybe we'd thrown it away, because we show it every damn night. I don't know why. It's fun. Do you know who really needs to atone today? Is Congressman Mark Foley. No, yes he does. May I be the first to say, former Congressman Mark Foley? This guy, the guy who was busted for sending sexual emails to underage male pages, he suddenly remembered today he's an alcoholic and he's going to rehab. He's going to rehab. Now listen, speaking as an alcoholic, I resent being compared to a congressman, all right? I resent it. I may have gone down and I didn't go that far. Come on. Oh, sure, I had my troubles, but congressman? How dare you, sir? Step outside. Anyway, drinking is the least of this former Congressman Foley's problems. You know, this guy could be prosecuted under the laws he helped to write. Irony, my old friend. You strike us more. He probably seems doing research. That's what they always say as well, isn't it? Yes, if I want to catch criminals, I have to think like one. Get inside the mind of a sexual predator. If you will, become a sexual predator. I mean, what is that? You know what? This is thinking along... It's the same kind of thing as... I'm not only the president of the Hair Club for Men, I'm also a client. Anyway, the congressman says you know, it's all over now. His life is now an open book. He wants to turn over some new pages of his... I got time. I can wait. No, it's all right. It's all right. This whole rehab thing, you don't think the congressman is just trying to shift the blame? It's like that bait and switch thing. I mean, this going to rehab doesn't get you off the hook. Mel Gibson. Remember Mel Gibson? His publicist, when he was, you know, caught on the PCH for the whole, all that. His publicist says he was going to an ongoing program of recovery. Which is Hollywood speak for liquor store around the corner. Liquor store. You know, that's not fair. Mel has learned his lesson. He will walk to the bar next time. It's this whole rehab escape hatch. You know, it's all the time. Remember Pat O'Brien? You know Pat O'Brien, right? The revered journalist Pat O'Brien. The Walter Cronkite of tabloid journalism. He went into rehab after being busted for leaving the sexy voicemails to a complete stranger. You know, you're so hot. You're so hot. You're so hot. He goes into rehab and he comes out and he goes on Dr. Phil and he says, it wasn't me, it was the alcohol. No, it was you. I'm just saying, alcohol sits in a bottle, it doesn't talk, it's a liquid. It's a liquid, it keeps its mouth shut. Jose Cuervo would never say, you're so hot. Wait. No. He might say, tú eres muy caliente. You're so hot. Listen, I said and did a lot of stupid things when I was drinking. But it wasn't the alcohol talking, it was the alcohol-ick talking. Alcohol is a non-intelligent life form. Except maybe that worm in the tequila. That is one sly bastard, that worm. Ah, tequila worm, my old friend. I hope we never meet again. And Robin Williams recently went into rehab as well. He's another one going in. Well, nothing really. Well, I don't know. He said the Mel Gibson incident was his wake-up call. He sent it Robin Williams said he wanted to get into rehab before he did something stupid. Patch Adams! Patch Adams! At what point do you go, okay, that's enough? Apparently the Mel Gibson wasn't Robin's only wake-up call, because the National Enquirer, round about the same time, got a photograph of Robin Williams drunk and canoodling with a waitress. And his wife gave him the ultimatum, you get in a rehab or I'm out of here. So he had 2 wake-up calls. He just hit the snooze button after the first one. That's what it was.
Yeah, I'll go to rehab later. Look, this is crazy, isn't it?
Anyway, what the hell am I talking about? Oh, yeah, Pat O'Brien as well. When he came out of rehab, everybody forgave him. They're like, oh, yes, Pat, we understand. Yeah. We never thought any less of you. I never thought any less of him before and after the incident. I was like, jerk then, jerk now, I don't care. I don't care. Do you know what? I bumped into him at the Emmys in the red carpet. Pat O'Brien, he totally dissed me. Dissed me. He went like that. So I went like this. He went like that, and I went like this. It was awesome. I don't know. To me, he's a second-rate Bob Barker. Bob Barker's the man. Anyway, Pat O'Brien came out of, well, he's not necessarily a man. He's like, Anyway, Bob Barker, not Bob Barker, he never went to rehab. He doesn't need to. What am I talking about? Pat O'Brien, he went to rehab. He comes out, everybody forgives him. Because you're supposed to forgive and forget. That's what it is. I have found, though, as I get older, it's just easier just to forget. See, I can forget quite easily the reason why I don't like someone. I can't forgive them, but I can forget it quite easily. Like, I can't stand David Spade. I have no idea why, I just don't like him. I don't. It's something to do with Jimmy. I don't know, something like that. Everybody sucks. I'm great. Yeah. He's kind of like a wasp or something. Richie Sambora to David Spade? I don't get it. Anyway, you know what people go into rehab and do all these things like, oh, it wasn't me, it was, I'm going to rehab and I'll be better. It ruins it for those of us who have been to rehab. Now, I went to rehab like 14 years ago. Now, everyone expects you to behave really well. Because you've been through rehab. Now, I got to tell you, my life has not been spotless since I stopped drinking. I've done plenty of scummy things. Some I've been caught for. Some I await judgment from the tabloids. Some I'm planning to do. Oh, yeah. Yep. Let me just catch that role model thing for you and kick it into a Some things I've done. The statute of limitations is up. Screw you, Delray Beach, Florida, and your public urination laws. If you don't want somebody to urinate publicly, they should be called anti-public urination laws. Separate laws for dogs and humans. Sounds like communism to me. Man, sometimes I think I'm just falling apart in front of a camera. I don't care. You know, like, Mel Gibson, Pat O'Brien, Mark Foley. These are the 3 guys I'm thinking about. These guys, when they said, I'm sorry, when they say I'm sorry, you know what they really mean? I'm sorry you caught me. That's what they're sorry about. That's what... Now, I get that. That's all right. Everybody has to apologise for stuff we haven't done, especially if you're in a relationship and you want to stay in a relationship. And you've got to try, it's a survival technique. Yes, I'm sorry. You try and fudge it a little bit. So you say, I'm sorry you feel that I'm calling you a jerk. Oh, you are calling me a jerk. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way. What does that mean? Well, I'm sorry you don't know the answer. You know, here's a the surefire way of apologizing. The best way to do it is to use the baby voice. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I love you. I'm sorry I gave you herpes.
Worldwide